Well, I think it's safe to say many of us have been faced with online scams.
Sometimes it's really hard to know. It could come in the form of an email or a message that doesn't seem quite right.
Jen Handley is sharing 5 easy ways you can protect yourself from falling victim to these scams.
And so much of it's online, too. She is Facebook's head of safety policy for North America, so she knows all the tricks. Jen, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me here today.
Oh, my God. All right, so can we go through those tips? Because I need to know them.
Yeah, we're all susceptible to scammers. So it's really important. There's so much we're doing behind the scenes to help keep you safe. We have a lot of features that we build with privacy and safety by design to empower people to stay in control and avoid potential abuse or harm like scams. Some of those tips, we have things like safety notices. Those are actually powered by automated technology and machine learning. And we surface these pop-ups, which are educational messages to help inform you if we think an account might be suspicious. It gives you some tips and suggestions of what to do next. In addition to safety notices, we have a message requests box. People may not know that's there, but we actually filter messages from people that you may not know into that message requests folder. And we've made it even safer to help you avoid illicit photos or phishing scams. We've actually blocked links and images and photos until you decide that you want to interact with that account. In addition to the safer message requests and our safety notices, we also have a lot of privacy settings. I encourage everyone to take a look at those. That's your kind of go-to guide for your defaults and your controls when you're using Messenger, and can really help you decide who you want to interact with to avoid scams.
A lot
really
of us
encourage you also, we have tools and features for reporting abuse, and that's another way to help avoid scams and to let us know if you see something suspicious.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting in your research that the people who are scammed the most are actually between the ages of 35 and 44, because I thought it would have been older folks, although older folks tend to lose more money. What's the latest scam? Because I think we study this, or we might be a little sophisticated. Don't open this email. That could be malware. What's something going around that people are getting scammed with that they just don't understand?
We see all sorts of different scams. That's why we're doing so much behind the scenes to help keep people safe. Some things that you want to look out for are people asking you for money that you've never met before. Those financial scams remain very popular, as well as people asking you for gift cards or payment in advance of something. Be alert for those types of scams.
Yeah, it's just, a staggering 80.5% of consumers reporting online purchase scams in 2020 lost money. I mean, this is having a significant impact on people's pockets.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we have these tools that we're surfacing, these safety notices, especially to help people really avoid interacting with potentially suspicious accounts. And that's why you want to look out for things like requests for money, bad spelling, bad grammar, stuff that could indicate that someone is trying to scam you. Another thing to look out for is if you're getting a message request from, a friend or a family member who says they're in an emergency, but you haven't heard that elsewhere, you might want to think about that before interacting with those accounts.
Right. Sometimes I've been told just make sure you go call the actual company or actual person in your family.
Right,
what's
exactly.
going on, and you can confirm it another way. But then what do you do? Sometimes I get these emails, these calls, and I just ignore them. What should you do if you think you're being targeted?
Ignoring is one thing you can do. I always say if someone's trying to message you and you think that it's a little bit fishy or suspicious, like, first of all, don't respond. You don't need to interact with them. But most importantly, if it's happening, let us know by reporting it to us. Report that. We don't tell the other person that you've reported it. So even if you're not quite sure, go ahead, report it. We won't let them know. And really importantly, make sure that you block the account as well. That will prevent someone from interacting with you again. So you can ignore it, but make sure that you report it and you block the account as well.
Okay. And again, the scammers, they just know who to go after. It's amazing how they just target people.
They target everyone, unfortunately. That's why there's so much that we need to do behind the scenes. And we have a lot of great safety features to try to help prevent this from happening. And we're also offering those features and tools that you can use to help you avoid getting scammed.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jen. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Really appreciate talking about this today.